In the air to right, and he did it again!
Welcome back to another Lefties 2 broadcast. Week 119 is here. Groups are set, ready to go. New teams in the group of death, and a kind of little shuffle there in group of death 2 as well. So it's really exciting to kind of see what's going on. And of course, we have the Clash season week 2 results for the Violet Conference. 4 games ready to go. And we'll have that for you coming up, as well as kind of give you that Discord if this is your first video with us. Also, Clash League, we're going to kind of show you where we're at in that as well. So we've got a lot to pack in. Stay with me. Let's go. Let's get into the groups. All right, first group, goal level 5 here. Little Dumpers at 305. Thanks for the ranking, by the way. We really kind of want that. Crush, Benny and the Jets. Let's take a look at the teams here. Central and underneath, Benny and the Jets. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. No charge at all. That's where it's at. All right, let's keep it going. Gotta love the technology. We got moderated bunts at 31, Namba at 44, Venezuela's. I'm taking a guess here with the extra dots, Revolution 2 maybe, CPBL. And again, just a heads up, there are 75, 77 teams in Platinum Level 5, so pretty big pool we got going on here. So kind of spread out in this one. All right, Platinum Level 2, Bulldogs, Warriors, Clowns, Trigger Jays, they've fallen quite a bit. Disco Horse, okay. Dolphins too chill had a solid week last week. Goal level 5. Uh, they need about they will need to have that same exact week to get into platinum here. So good opportunity for them. U.S. Marine Corps Semper Fi, trying to make it happen. Big Red Machine again. Been part of that club before. Might have to go back and give them a review because they got some people in that club that are doing some things, just not all there. Charging the Bull, probably, I don't know. Astros. All right. Baseball Canada, Team Japan, Japan 001, Spartans, USA MLB. Take a look here. This is a pretty good group, I think. Again, it's all based off of score, as we mentioned before here. Spartans have been making a big time move lately. So this is their spot to kind of keep it up. And again, Baseball Canada, a team that was once like a 6,000 club. So they're trying to find their way. And again, I can't get mad. You're going to see here, like 42nd is not that far off from where, you'll see later. All right, Aftermath, New Day, Money, Faded Hands, Indian Tigers. And let's see this team from Korea here. Offering. Okay. Got it. Platinum level 1. All right, Aftermath, Uprise, Green Sox, LK Power Unit, and Samsung. All right, so you guys look at the Samsung here on the far left. They were outside. They were in the top 100 for a while. Last week, first week of getting knocked out of the top 100. So they're trying to make it back in. Aftermath, Uprise, trying to get the second club in that Platinum level 4 top 100. All right. You can call this group the group of death 3. I haven't really figured that one out yet. But they're the group of death 3. They have 2 beasts in there. So 3, we'll give them 3. So, but here, All Stars at 17. And then the only team currently at 6,000. Scratch it, 2 teams. Blue Jays 2022 and Little Korea. 19, a country for hardworking people to enjoy, and Masaba. So Korea and Masaba there, those are the 2 teams I was really calling out. But again, no one in those 2 clubs ever cares to talk because the Korean clubs, they're in Kakao. Right? Kakao is a different social media app where they use and they don't kind of talk to us. And the Japanese guys in Masaba, they're really, really good. A lot of them are the best players in the world in that club. But they've been undermanned lately. And they've been kind of, losing on purpose to kind of stay out of that group of death. Because, if you can't score 220, you're not going to win. Can't blame them, but still losing on purpose. Got it. Los Panas, Raise Up, Japan, Korea, Italia. All right, Los Panas had an opportunity last week to get into the top 100. So these teams are on the verge of getting in there or getting back there. Keep it going. The rejects, silver level 2, just a bit outside. Players only, 14-1, Star Lord. All right, Royals, JJ's, Yankees, Japan Meisters, the Venezuela. Japan Meisters, they're the Japan Sluggers, a team that was ranked second in the world at one time. New club. They're going to be moving up. They're going to get the victory here, I assume. Okay, American Sluggers, Big Air, China Lemon, Nan's Crew, Tough and Tender Family, and Korea. So Korea on the 22nd, probably the favorites here. I would say, based off of just results, Tough and Tender does have, again, their top club score is 227, and second tier club is getting like 130. So I don't know what's going on there, but we'll keep it going. Stars swinging at Australians, Taiwan, Japan, Camo, Stars and Stripes. All right, Stars and Stripes should be the favorites in this one. Camo's been in the top 100 for weeks and weeks and weeks. They were knocked out recently, came back in. So they've been a struggling club as well out of Japan. But Taiwan, Australians start swinging back in the top 100. So it's going to be a battle. No one's scoring 150 in this group. So, we'll keep that going. Cobra Kai, All Star, Korea, Yankees. And let's get that translation. Kamari Giants. Okay. And this one, Cobra Kai had a really pretty solid good week. So big Korea there also. But again, you're looking at teams that are trying to get into that platinum level 3 mode. It's a big jump. Let's see what they can do. All right. Interesting group here. You can see the 13 Mandalorians and Hanwha are both tied at that 59.77 spot. Both teams right outside the 6,000. Met 7-Line Army keeps swinging. And then MJIB, 75th ranked team, like I said before, 77 teams at Platinum Level 5. Met 7-Line Army, Hanwha keep swinging, and Mandalorians perfect. Should keep competing. These guys are like the 120, 130 group. They should compete every single week because they only score in that area. So we'll see what happens here, but it should be a tight. This actually group should be tight. That's all I'm saying. MJIB, sorry, but this is your chance to kind of knock off somebody. I have no idea who's going to win this because these guys are mediocre. The mediocre group. Okay. Sato. Okay. So Sato got second place last week to Dolphins to chill. Still moved up in, 3,400, platinum level 1. So now, we're looking at some big boys in this group. You look in Japan over there. Let me see if we can actually get a better translation. Oh no, it's right. It's right. Okay. My bad. My bad, Google. My bad, Google. All right. So in Japan, homers and moderated names. Got it. Group of Death finally let these twos not in it anymore. Thank God. Baseball Bros, Padres. Enjoy the week. Enjoy the week. Tough and Tender, Taiwan, 80% and higher. Perel Negra, they kind of hold back a little bit, getting that third place, staying comfortable. So, hopefully someone can knock off Pro and Negra. Baseball Bros, you guys have been talking a lot of junk. Could be a big spot if you guys can actually knock off them and keep that third place spot. So let's find out. All right, group of the week here, Slapsticks, 345. You're going to see a little video on these guys later this week. So, let's see if they can kind of pull it together. All right, let these two starters 3 weeks in a row. Not great. You got to see the Toros over here at Platinum 3. That's a different Toros than the one that's in the top 100. Woes, again, that was a team that, a prominent team, a long-time team for years and years and years, and they've had fallen on some hard times. Woe is them, right? As well as the Blue Jays. Blue Jays were up there for a lot of years, and, same as always. They kind of fell on hard times. All right, let these two chill. Ice cold beers, Soba, big dumpers, and the strongest baseball team out of Korea. This is interesting because this is a spot where, 2 weeks in a row, let these two chill is kind of falling off. This is a spot where they should be able to kind of come back. Ice cold beers, not really getting out of that 50 spot. Strongest baseball team, same thing, kind of staying around there. Big dumpers, though. They were there before. So Soba should win this. Let these two chill. They could get it. So this is like a group that's going to, like 130 wins this group, I think. All right. Left group of death 2. And like I said, 36th rank. So that's right there where Lefty's 2 is at. the worst rank they've been in since there were like 67 teams tied at 4,000 before platinum. So it's been a couple, it's been more than a year since they've been, you know, yeah, more than a year since we've had this low of a rank. Now we all know in Group of Death that, let these two where we're at with, we're in the top 10 scoring teams every week, sometimes top five. No Poetry and Cats, seventh. Taiwan had a big week last week as well. Taiwan Representative Club. So the three Taiwan teams, they have potential of scoring 150, 160 if they want to. Maybe Taiwan by itself, maybe tough pushing it, but there's really good players in those clubs. Now, Aftermath OG is your underdog. This is their second attempt in 3 weeks at the Group of Death 2. All right, they scored a big 150 when they were Platinum Level 4 last week. Now they're back in Platinum 5, 56th ranked. So, you know, this is a spot where three teams will probably get 150 if I had to make a guess. Not if four. So Aftermath OG got 150 exactly, I believe. I don't know. You can check the video. But this is their spot. So, good luck to them. Those are the groups. Let's go take a quick glance into Clash League. All right, Clash League. And currently, I still haven't really played too many games today. Remember, you get 20 a day to go to your rankings. Let's check out the rankings after day one and a part of day two. You would think I would give a better update, but, I have a job. Okay, so Aslan, I really wish we can click in like the world rankings, their player name, but he's part of that Taiwan group that scores in the 200. Dayron, 40,000. It's like to get to about 40,000 in 2 days. It means you're not losing. You're dominating. I've lost 2 games out of like 25, I think. A lot of quitters though. And then Colin, man, the Mariners. This guy's been in the Mariners probably forever. The Mariners one of those teams that are falling out, but he's still playing, man. Good for him. Brian, so Baseball Bros is definitely doing the cowards game here for sure, because definitely trying to lose each one of these, right? Sam Marwar. Again, Sam from Marwar. And again, he's on the Taiwan team too, but he's an old school player, big time. You see a lot of the Taiwanese guys that are there. But Sam from Marwar, he's a big tanker, man. He was a big sandbagger in this game for a long time. Definitely took advantage of wins. Colt Baseball Bros as well, another Taiwan club. Some moderated bunts. Played him earlier, pretty solid. Mark. Oh, so Mark is right there with me. We had a good game where I beat him 5-0 and he quit on me. JM. Okay, so JM's falling a little bit. Can't quit the early games that matter anymore. Um, Luciano, okay. I knew he didn't have a club. That's very interesting. Hosen, we had a tie earlier, so he's getting better. Still playing the slider game a little too much, but he's hitting better. That's good for him though. I'm not seeing, okay, who's Suan? He actually beat me today earlier as a 4-3 match. Had a chance to get a W, didn't get it done, but he came out, hit some homers. So good for him. Those are my two. I don't remember my first loss, but he was my first loss today. Superhero Clan. Okay. Never heard of them. There's a Benny the Jets. I might have to go check them out, man. Benny and the Jets. Okay, some more Taiwanese guys. Okay, and let's go to the top 100, right? Let's get it going. Let's see if we can recognize anybody else. Jackie from Snow Poetry and Cats, solid player. There's Yuki. Okay. Masaba. Philosophy from Korea. Again, this is a total different level of gameplay. You got to have a lot of time. Baseball Bros Shinji. Never heard of Ricky Gabi from Los Panas. Never heard of that guy. Steven from Thin Blue Line making a Bobson Dugnut. Okay. Big Bobson. He likes this. Not moving up the ranks. Probably has a job. Let's give it to them. Rocky Top, Texas. That guy's been playing for a long freaking time. I played that guy's spot so many times before this game started evolving. That dude. All right, Rocky Top still alive. Tamba and Baseball Bros. Okay, a lot of Baseball Bros representing. And Marwar still a club. Okay. Top 100, America. Got it. Okay. That's all we got to see for the top 100 boys and girls. Now we're going to get into what we came to see, the Violet Week 2 games. Let's check it out. Okay, so welcome back. Just kind of giving you guys the rundown. Here, if you this is your first video, Baseball Clash League, right? This is where we're at. So, league announcements are in the Discord. Again, $500. That's in my right there. Let these two Benjamin. So my PayPal account ready to get distributed. $250 first place, 150 in third place. So we don't want to go into the standings yet, but we do want to go to the games. So we already have some week 3 games playing out. That's fine. But we're going to get the week 2 games in. Week 2, we got some violent matchups. Okay, so matchup: JD Rush, Brian, uh, Padres, and Matt Tupper, right? Matt Tupper and Sam Guakai, right? And Sean Schulte, Jim B, and Joe Bear Evil Prime. So these are the 4 games that we're going to watch. I do indeed have an actual order that I was requested to do. Let's go ahead and get into the games. Okay, here we go. Matthew Tupper from the Padres. Look at that. It's nasty. 721.93. So this is actually on his YouTube channel, and he's batting right now. So this is from Matthew Tupper's angle. And Guyokai, who's been on a lot of clubs actually, right now is on the Aftermath, OG Aftermath. This is actually a battle. Two really old school players, 4 years plus in the game. Um, and guys, I'm telling you right now, like I'm gonna post a tag uh Matthew's YouTube channel because his insight in this game, just how he delivers it, you'll learn a lot. You'll learn a lot from it. Um, but again, Gukai, typical player, gonna nibble, 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 full counts. Again, one of my philosophies of pitching is don't be afraid to throw a ball four. Uh, and he doesn't there. That's fat strike. And one of the things also is Matthews' eye is insane. He's a little bit different with me, as you guys could see his cursor. Like mine moves a lot in the beginning. His doesn't. He is like he just goes like a laser to the spot. And he'll talk about it a little bit too in his back. But back to back singles to start the game. Andre at level 14. And we were having this conversation. The commissioner, Matt, not Matthew, but Matt. Uh, also Dayron, who's in the Scarlet. We're having a conversation. We think Tupper stole a lot of players. He had Tom at level 12, but got him up. Again, this league is going to go through quite a process here, and it's going to cover a wide time. Right, 7 weeks, and then the playoffs, and so a lot of people are going to get their cards leveled up in that time frame. So that's a strategy that some people took. And like you got Shatar level 14, you go Kaya, and then Tom, he's got hitters. And when you have plate discipline like Tupper does, man, Matthew, this guy is just hard to deal with, man. He's hard to deal with. All right, 2-0 quickly. And again, Gukai is no slouch at this game. So gets the out there. That was a strike and pretty damn near. That's a 50-50 ball. I'd like to see that one right there. It looked like it might have been a little low on the graphics, but Annie, that's a strike. Look at that. Perfect timing, too, man. That's what she does. That's why she's my most difficult out in the game. 2-0. Got Rose. Rose was a second round pick for Matthew. For me, she was my last pick. It kind of really shows the differences of the drafts. Um, Apparently, also, not a lot of actual real life people were drafting in Violet. So it kind of made it a little bit different. But gets out of it. So 2-0. Again, Guokai is no slouch, man. So, but 14 Shitaro, I don't have a problem. But look at this. He had a 4 ERA, 1,300 and what, 200 on that? But his ERA is 4, which means, again, Matthew can hit the ball. He's winning games. A 4 ERA is high for like a player of Matthew's caliber, my caliber. Like my weight is a 3.6, 3.7, but I get hits, right? But you look at a lot of the top tier Asian players, their ERAs are in the ones and twos, and it's like a little confusing essentially. What 2-2 count, got Gina up. Nice eye. See, same thing. Same thing. Gukai, solid batter's eye. Taro, easy to read for a lot of veteran players. And again, that one, I like to see Gukai's point of view. I believe he was on it. And it's one of those pitches that you just don't hit sometimes, even though the contact's high. Let's see what he's going to do here. He's going to nibble, right? And again, this is such an interesting match because both these players are so good. Got a charge hammer, let it swing. Again, I hated the fact that hammers. My belief is this: if you get a good first pitch, hit it. Now I realize that hammer actually hits a really good first pitch really well, anyways. So, like with a good batter eye, you're good to go. Let's see what happens here. Got a 3-1 count. Does he keep going with it? All right. Maximum energy. What does he do? What does he do? Full count. Wow, he fouled it off. I think Guokai is getting the short end of the stick on this one. It happens sometimes. Change up. That's an impossible pitch to hit, man. It's so difficult. Like, look at 666, 664 batting average with King. The Guokai, man, the guy is a baller. He knows what he's doing. Thanks, Tupper. Casey Craze, aka Casey, at Bites. Turn off your notifications, people. All right, turn off your notifications. All right, there it is. Single. Makes sense. Ibrahimovic, 13 out. That's the old ball game. So that was quick. Tupper gets the victory there. He's 2-0. Guokai 1-1 on the season. All right, we got Dingers versus Sato. Jim B's on Dingers. He is, from his perspective, rolling out level 13 Mueller. And Evil Prime is on Sato. Okay, Evil Prime is batting first here if we can get there. He's got a level 13 Brock. And again, I'll say it once, I'll say it twice. Brock, he gets forgotten. He's the very first guy you sub out for Jack at second base, right? So, like, you forget about him. This guy's stats are big. I wish these guys, like Jim, would actually post the stats there. You could see them if he touches the button. But one pitch, one out. Gets an easy one there. Neville comes up 388 with Neville. Man, we know auto bat is on when you're batting 388 level 13. All right. There we go. Nice job with that sinker. Again, Mueller used to be the most unhittable pitcher in this game, and they don't even nerf him. They neutered Mueller. All right, neutered him. There's a few people out there that are still heavily effective with Mueller, but he is. Oh, oh, safe. That's a way to do it. Get the wheels on the base. Level 12, Andy. Little bunt deke there. Good eye, good eye. It's a good, tough two-seamer right there from this perspective. Now, the cat and mouse game is definitely on Neville, one of those top stolen base threats in the game. And if we had the stats on, we could see it. Andy's stats at 12, 219, speed at, if you're a level 13 player, 14 player, you get that 222. So that's something to kind of think about, that extra little, but 2-0 count. Got it. That's one thing Mueller still brings to the table. It's just terrible when you throw that for a ball, though, unless they swing at it, which is high level players don't swing at that pitch typically ever. Okay, keep it moving here. 3-2-1 count still, one out. Nice changeup. Nice changeup right there. Good spot for the changeup. Double play. Spot on by Jim. Now he gets to go out there, get that little trot, and he has the opportunity to walk it off, get the dub. Now, level 14 James. I love James, right? I love James. Again, if you're a rookie, you need a pitcher that's common or rare to get leveled up faster. I am finding it very difficult I don't play my rookie accounts too much, but difficult to get the rare cards leveled up as much. The common cards come faster, and the missions give you those common cards if you keep your level low. So low 14 James, two seamer slider, and he has that changeup. Right, that changeup is really clutch. Right, a lot of movement on his pitches. Again, we can't see the stats because Jim doesn't have them up. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it's more aesthetically pleasing to not have the stats. Who knows? Or he doesn't know. I don't know. Oh wow. Okay. What a it. Wow. Oh right. Okay. That is a swinging bunt if I've ever seen one in the game. That is one of those games where you just know. Was he looking for a pitch there? Okay. This is a very interesting strategy. Going manual. He just then he goes back. So he's okay. So he's teaching. Look for a pitch, one spot. If he gets it, you get it. Right? Not moving at all. If he throws it here, I'm getting it. That's a guessing game. That's kind of why your batting averages are lower than 400 if you're playing the guessing game. Less reaction time. Um, not to be mean, just real. If you're batting less than 400, right, you're swinging at too much stuff and you're auto batting. Movement here. Good eye. Good eye. All right, practicing there. What? Okay, he's practicing. He's putting the work in, guys. Let's give it to Jim here. He's putting the work in, trying to get it in game uh, uh, you know, a lot of money on the line to kind of and you got the out. All right, we're going extras. Man, interesting perspective. Very interesting perspective. All right, Russell comes on with runners on. Good spot to have him. 462 batting average, level 13. So this is where he's good. And he misses the strike. That's an auto bat swing if I've never seen one. I don't know, man. That's a tough miss. Got wheels on the base paths too. Ah, that's tough. You want that one for a strike, but he didn't swing. Let's see. And up the middle it goes. You got to send Neville. You got to send him, right? There you go. And Andy, the speed increase. Russell, get back. Get a little cocky, man. One run is not good in extras in regular play. Michael, strength is on him right now. Nice eye. Good eye. Good eye. It's a tough pitch to lay off, especially when you're on tilt mode a little bit. And there it is. Gotta have patience, man. Oh boy, Ryan's up there. Good RBI to get. Level 14, James coming up. That's a strike. And he gets him in the jam sandwich. Can we get two? Got two. Nice job. All right, Jim is not out of it yet. Okay, he's not out of it yet. Because again, when you're an extras regular play, down by two, you're a home run away, boys, from winning it. It's like playing poker and having pocket jacks. You're never really comfortable, right? That's a 2-run lead in this game. Pocket jacks. All right. If you're swinging like that, all right. Still, Martin coming up, level 12, 299. Oh, my goodness. Get a ground ball. He's throwing. There's the ground ball. Oh, wow. That was a spot, too. Look at that. That was a spot and a half. Going right back to that inside spot. Okay. 0-2 count. Still in a dangerous spot. Good eye. Good eye. Wait not to chase strike. Don't chase the strike three. And staying alive. Again, level 14 James has the extra movement. High changeup. Oh boy. All right. Ryan. 299 Ryan. Oh boy. That's the old ball game, boys and girls. Evil Prime gets it over Jim. Got a lot of plate discipline to work on there, but let's go to the next game. All right, next up we got Juan D versus Brian. Got a little baseball bros, Brian. Again, we showed you guys in the Clash League. He's moving up. Now Juan D, one manual here. He's going to be pitching. A little tighter screen on this one. I like the graphics though. It's pretty nice. Looks like it's. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. Either way, Brian, again, solid replacement, got to come in, rocking a level 14 Josh. So, for me, I can't really hit Josh very well. Uh, Luckily in Clash League, you could lose his pitches and it gets a little bit better. So, teaches you more patience. But he comes out, Ricky, again. If you're a rookie in this game and you want to get a good common, Ricky is a good offensive weapon in this game. And Way, also a good offensive weapon for contact. Guy's a bloop machine. On one of my rookie accounts, I use Way. Defense, atrocious, but didn't want to risk it. Didn't want to risk it. Already got 2 on, no outs. 14 Ren coming up to the plate against Michelle here. What are we going to do? Got a swing in there. Swinging strike 2. Getting a little excited, Brian. Getting a little excited. Lays off the high one. Again, no reason to kind of go. You look at Michelle's pinpoint accuracy with 2 strikes. Checking at the hit and runs on. Not a running count typically, right? Got some pitches to use. Oh man, that's you know, for me, I just get frustrated. Oh, and he got the out. What a relay. And this is the last game I think Brian's gonna get to use Big Dave. But I do not know how he got that out. You know, Dave is gonna save the day. Big Bopper Dave. Now, unless he paid for him, he's not 14 anymore. All right, so spin 193. So Big Willie styling it. Spin is good. Pops it up here. But Juan D is in a hole. Jordan, I'm still just flummoxed how no one drafted Jordan in this group. Oh, a little glitchy. Leo's there to save the day. Okay, so 3-0, Big Dave with the big homer. Again, Brian, solid player in this game. Rocking a level 14 Josh. High advantage. And he's on it. Look at that circle change. Didn't make what a weird graphic. Didn't move at all on the changeup. Nicely done. Hey, if you're down by 3, that's the way to start the rally. All right, dropping it. Good eye. Curve coming a little sharper. But hey, great eye there. Let the strike come, man. Take a couple pitches with Josh. See how it works. Okay, that nice fastball, right? Clash League, that fastball at the breaking ball is definitely coming in a little bit hotter. Lay off its guys, man. You throw a slider in the zone with Josh, it's gone. The way to lay off the ball. That's a strike. Can we get through? Nope. Little late. Burn it. That's unfortunate. All right, down to the last out here. The sister level 12 Ray. Not the advantage that Juan is looking for. Where are we going to go? Where are we going to go? Got to have that 2-out rally somehow. Lays that curve right there on top for the strike. Look at that. Juan D is all over. Look at Tupper's movement. Juan D is all over the place with this one. Very interesting. Lays off it again. Good eye. 3-1 count. All right, 1 pitch, 1 spot, right? Let's make it happen. There's the spot. Changeup, dude. He was on it too. He was ready for it. Swung right through it. 201 contact, swinging right through that change. On it. And dribbler. That is so weird how it's that. It's perfect timing. Squared the bat. It is just a dribbler. Like, that's level 12 over 14 for you. All right, Kevin. At Santiago. All right. We're on to game number 4. Good job, Brian. 2-0, I believe. Game number 4, Jim from the Rejects, Sean from Aftermath Uprise, and this, guys, is the game of the week, all of week 2, right? Game of the week. Jim here is pitching with Eric, level 13 Eric. Tua going lead off with Sean. Guys, this one is a doozy, and you get that. Once you get Tua kind of figured out, that timing, dude is going to be unstoppable. But right now, I like Eric. Again, you're a rookie out there. Eric is he's solid, man. You got to know how to use him. I think, of course, with that high spin, a great catcher is Nia. Of course, to add that extra spin, his control's a little wonky. So, Jessica or Rose, fine. But I think the next catcher they got to do is kind of add the movement. They got a velocity, they got a spin, they got a control, two control catchers. They need a movement. So he walks to him. That's the strategy. Put the big guy in the front. Right now, you got some slow wheels, though. Right, some slow wheels, little flat tires. Uh, but still, runner on base, level 14, Harden coming in. And guys, Sean is rocking some 14s. Just let you guys know, not the 14 shoe size. Maybe he's rocking 14 shoe sizes. I don't know, man. I don't know. You know what they say with guys with big feet. All right. And luckily, this is not Clash League where you lose a pitch count. Wow. Challenged him on that one. Solid move. All right. Why are we not going to? Did Jim? I think Jim played Tupper last week, had some mental errors as well. Guys, I have not watched this game and I don't know the results. We'll get into that after this. But I remember last week, Jim had an opportunity to get out of it. I could be wrong. It could have been somebody else. I could be going crazy. But mental errors are going to get you in this game. Sean's showing some good plate discipline so far. Should be 2 outs, or should be 3 outs. My bad. Should be 3 outs. You don't want to give it away, man. Good pitch there. Again, make him throw you a strike. Jim got some balls on him throwing that center curveball, man. Hanging waist high. Strike out. Look at this guy come back. All right, foot in my mouth. Okay, no problem. I see you, Jim. Level 12 Luna, excuse me, Luna. All right. Here we go. Let's see how we can battle. Jim's going with the auto bat. Oh, strike right there. Again, auto bat again, it doesn't get there all the time, right? There's a disadvantage. The lower the contact, sometimes that auto doesn't show up. I mean, if you have low contact, it's not gonna get there sometimes. Right? That's why the low contact power hitters, if you can manual, you get more homers than anybody in general. But that contact and the power is all in that one tiny little cursor. But this big cursor, the contact power spread out, right? Mostly centered into that little, arrow crosshairs there. But it's not always getting there. Even if your timing is great, not always going to get there. So manual is the way to go. Swinging at balls, man. All right, Harden. What? Come on, level 14 Harden. You got to make that throw, bro. All right. Cat and mouse game's on. Phoenix is a stolen base fiend. Right? She can get the steals with the best of them. Bottom of the ninth. We only need one. All right, Luna. Luna is a tough pitcher too, man. She's tough. Her and Josh. If you're not used to it, I'm telling you guys, if you want to be good at any of these, and this is a game, we got it. Get a friend. Get a friend and go out and just look at pitches. Matt makes a little appearance. All right. By the way, Jim, he does have a YouTube channel. I will be posting his link in my description as well as Tupper's, as well as the Discord. Right. But hey, man, 2 outs. He hasn't even attempted to steal yet. I don't know why, man. You got to go out there because, this far into the game, level 12. I don't think he has Carlos. I'm pretty sure he doesn't. Maybe he does. Could be wrong. I could be blind by that. If he does, then I'll stop talking. I should know. I have all this information. Walked him. He doesn't have Carlos. Matthew has a good arm, but with Phoenix's ability to steal and level 12 pitcher, the favor is in yours to steal off the pitcher here. And that's a good layoff right there. I was looking at that one. I'd have been hungry for that cutter. I would have been hungry for that cutter. And wow, good eye. Good eye by Jim here. Robinson just a bloop away from a victory. Look at that cursor. That was telling you to swing. If I have not seen it, oh my. Oh my. And jam sandwich. That's a tilt mode. Let the good one go. Get mad at yourself. All right. Runners on the bags here. Level 14, Matthew. Adding that 202 power, right? Matthew is a good bottom of the lineup. Surprise, like clutch power hitter. Not a good hitter in the back of the lineup typically, but that extra power does come in handy. Get those sneaky home runs. Coming in with that cutter. Pops him straight up. All right. All right, Max, not an offensive threat at all, but level 14. I don't know, man. Sean, he doesn't like to gamble, but he does like to spend. Popped him up there too. Back to back pop ups. Clutch. Clemens is well, not great at hitting. So defensive mode is what Sean is working with right now. And gets ahead of him. 2-0, 0-2 count. Getting ahead of him. Strike three. Okay. Bottom of the 10th. Here we go. Jim has another chance at it. Go, Jim Beam. Come on, bro. All right, level 12 versus level 12. I see. He did move Alexander. I think he had him second in his lineup first game. So I think he moved him around a little bit. Wow. Okay, that's a strike. But not that's a game winner strike right there. Let you know. And he's gonna swing at that one. Yep. Go three. Ah, see, I knew he was gonna swing. Again, it happened last inning. A good fat meatball comes in and it gets a little bit. And again, I'm just going with the psychology of what might be happening. I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure. But you get mad at yourself for letting a good fat strike go, so you get amped up. You can't just forget about it. In baseball, you got to forget about the last pitch, right? Kind of forget quickly. Are you going to throw it, bro? What is up with the lag on this one? All right, man. Got some poor ass hitting going on in this game. Nothing is getting to the outfield. It's a good location. Good take. Yeah, good take and good pitch in general. Just 50-50 ball. Nothing doing there. 2-0 count again. Alexander got the wheels. Oh boy, he's swinging, guaranteed, right? Next pitch, he's swinging. I had not watched this, by the way. Next pitch, swinging, right? All right. Again, if you're in Violet, take note. Take note, Jim. Take note for yourself. Every time, this is third time in a row, a fat pitch comes, you swing at the next one. Every single time. Good scouting report, by the way, for anybody caring to watch, right? Just let you guys know in Violet. Tell people say, oh, there's no skill in this game. It's recognition, right? You recognize patterns, man. I have a pattern. Everyone has a pattern. Once you recognize the pattern, you can kind of take little gambles, right? You can see what people are doing. You can anticipate, right? Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't, whatever. But you can make the right choices. The right choice is not to send Max. Okay, Terry at first base as well. Tua coming up. Probably a good idea. Just as, oh my goodness gracious. Oh my. Swinging at that. Yeah, again, same concept. Sean, you let a fat meatball go by and he just rings you up. That was just good morning, good afternoon, good night on that. Bottom of the 11th. Here we go. I don't know how this is the game of the day, by the way. This is like a lot of bad baseball going on. Pitching, making it happen. I can say pitcher's duel, but bad hitting going on. All right. Fat meatball pitch, swings at the next one. Throw a ball. Throw a ball. Swing. 4 times, Jim. 4 times, Jim. You're letting everybody know exactly what you're doing. All right, lays off. Good. Now, pattern. He should throw a strike here. Let's see. Am I right? Throws a strike. Okay, fat meatball again. It's a game winner. Throws a ball. Swing. 5. Oh my God, this is so easy. Guys, I have not watched this game at all until right now. He is tilt mode. Okay, okay. Good way to get the out. I don't know why you're not getting 2 there, but whatever. I don't know what's going on with the buttons. All right, should be a ball. All right, let's see the Sean's pattern here. Ball, swings at it. And again, guys, Sean is throwing ball, strike, ball, ball. Ball, strike, ball, ball. Now, Jim is giving it to him. Top of the 12th here. Let's make it happen. Ball. 1 out. Okay, Jim, let's get it going. And again, guys, in Baseball Clash ties, not sure if anybody's posting those videos, but there's not going to be a tie. I don't know who wins this game. I don't really care. But we're swinging at a lot of bad swings, is what I'm seeing. And it's pattern based, right? This is people guessing at the plate. They're just guessing right now. There's a lot of stress, a lot of guesses, a lot of fat pitches getting thrown and not swinging at it, and then getting mad at yourself. That's a strike. That unfortunate right there. 2 strikes, foul ball, spin goes up. Ooh, foul ball again. Let the spin climb. 254 spin. And strike 3. Got him with that nastiness. All right, 2 outs. Got to make it happen here. Eric, I'll give it to Jim right now. He is like locking down so far, Sean. And he gets him. What a game by Eric in this one. Again, a lot of close ones, I think. But we need to get a victory here. Who's making the mistake? Which batter's getting it done? Ball. Here comes the strike. Now, swing at this pitch. Got to swing. It's a strike. Strike. Oh, I'm wrong. See? I would have swung. I probably would have swung it that bad. But I would have thrown that ball a little closer if I was Sean. And there it is. All right, Clemens. Go, get a throw to 3. What is up? You guys can have anticipatory throws. Bases loaded, no outs. The guy that covers with big cursor. Murray! You could take your time on this one. I would like almost take 7 pitches. He's not throwing you a strike. Okay. So this is another fat me ball. Throw a ball. Throw a ball. A blooper wins this one, and Murray's the guy to do it. Hey, you got to throw the ball a little higher. That's where you want. A blooper up top of the zone, probably not a good spot. That could have got you a ground ball. You got to throw a strike now, don't you? You got to throw a strike here. I'm swinging out of my shoes. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Full count. You still got to throw a strike. You can't walk in him. Oh, got him. How did that happen? Oh, I'll tell you. Auto bat. Garbage. Got jammed. Didn't get there. Bull crap. The manual. Oh, dropping it in. Throwing a ball. What are you throwing the first for? What a terrible game. Okay, folks. Okay, so let's take a quick look, recap all of week 2 here. It's a long video, guys. So if you guys watch this, thanks. It's a long one. All right, so Scarlet, again, just quick. I got the 3-0 victory there. El June, solid game, 3-0 at the end. 3-0 here, so a lot of 3-0 matches. JD Russ, another 3-0. Matthew, 2-0. Got that 1-0 against the game of the week there, 1-0. Evil Prime, Joe Bear, 2-0 and 10. Oops. Was that week 3? No. La Leche and Colt got the 2-0. That was the last game. So week 3, let's check out the standings. Let's see if they posted them up. After 2 weeks here, there we go. Darren 2-0, Colt 2-0. Guess what? They play each other week 3. It's going to be dope. All right. I got that 1-1. El June got that 1-1. Twins, Shane, all that 1-1. By the way, Shane is no longer in existence, everyone. Charlie Beefborg, both 0-2 in Scarlet. All right. And Matthew and Brian, both them are 2-0. Not to be surprised there. Guakai, 1-1, Evil Prime. Juan Manuel, 1-1, Jim B, and then Sean and Joe Bear. Sean, man, he pitched well, that Luna, but so it's 5 more weeks left of the regular season, so we'll see what happens. And again, guys, go out there and check and see what's going on with the Discord. I'm going to post the games here in the chat description. But as always, thank you for watching another Lefties 2 broadcast. See you next